on the rescued whale lord and
Do
start
some work
infiltrating
and
their base.
train up your
Down the hall,
mons.
you discover the
Maybe you'll
grunts
win that way.
squishing the whalmer through the door, and as you follow them into the room, they're like,
Is
"Oh,
there
crap.
no Pokeballs in this universe? Is
shoot.
that like not a
Do you
thing?
want to deal
know
with
what
the
I'm saying?
ranger?
Like,
Oh no, I'm too
get a
whippy.
Pokeball, brother. It's
I
not
know.
hard. They're
Let's
$200.
apologize. Sorry.
I gotta
We got
pause.
the rangers coming.
Guys. You can make rockets. You have evil bases. There's a ton of employees on the payroll. I am pretty damn sure you guys can go to the Pokemart for $200 and buy a damn Pokeball for that Whalmer. Just because the Pokemon Rangers are using their fucking wands, you don't have to do that too, okay? You can go do modern science methods, okay? Come on, brother. Just get with the program. You're in Pokemon. Use the Pokeballs. The Pokewands for Rangers. Hello, PyroKnights. In today's video, we are going to be watching the best Pokemon game you never played by JaidenAnimations, baby. We got another one. There's always more hidden beneath the years of time. And in the comment section, a commenter told me about this one. I had no idea she played Pokemon Rangers, which is what this is about, by the way. You could tell by my search at the top there, because I remember the comment saying Pokemon Rangers. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. And Pokemon Rangers is a game that I have never played. Well, no, I played it as a kid, but I never beat it in its entirety. And I honestly barely remember it, but it is a nostalgia point for me, a nostalgia point of rage. I hated doing the stylus thing. Honestly, I didn't like the game that much. I gotta be so for real, but I kind of want to see Jaiden play it and also get a nostalgia trip. Again, if you want to go watch the original, you can. Links are in the description. And while you're down there, hit that subscribe button, baby. We're almost at 900 and onward to 1,000. We're 118 away from the big 1K, and I'd really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe and like the video. But with that being said, let's get into the Pokemon Rangers action.
I just played one of the best Pokemon games ever, and I'm here to tell you all about
have you
it.
now?
I'm a huge Pokemon fan. Ruby was one of the first video
Me too.
games
I'm with you. I'm with you,
I
Jaiden.
remember
I'm
owning,
with you.
and I've decided to devote the rest of my life and soul to the franchise. And by that, I mean I'll play the new games when they come out. Do I have to like them?
100%.
No. Frankly, I think the past few recent ones have been kind of garbage. But that won't stop me from getting my hopes up thinking the next game will be different, even though deep down, we all know it won't be. But Pokemon does have a few side games you might have heard of, like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, or Pokemon Stadium, or that weird geometric one. But there's one franchise
There's
that
a lot
I
of
feel like
Pokemon
doesn't
games.
get talked about nearly as much as it deserves, and that's Pokemon Ranger. I had the original
Yeah.
Pokemon Ranger game as a
I mean,
kid,
it's a
and
stylus
I remember
game.
two things about
No
it.
one cares about
I
stylus
liked
games.
it, and circles. Lots of circles.
Lot of
The
fucking
flashbacks were beginning. When I
chat.
remembered Pokemon,
Oh shit, the circles. I did not have the developed wrists when I played this game. My wrist hurt when I played it. I was like mashing. I was like using my manpower to fucking, well, my 8-year-old manpower to like do them circles, and it was never enough, especially on the legendaries and like the tougher Pokemon. I remember getting so pissed off when I couldn't like partner with them or capture them, and that is biggest pain. Like I think I rage quit. That's probably why I didn't beat the game. I gotta be so for real. I think I ended up rage quitting these Pokemon games. Yeah, that's me, rage quitter. But I can live vicariously through Jaiden and live a timeline where I beat the game.
Ranger existed, I decided to look it up and see if it was worth possibly making a video on. And that's when I realized there were actually 3 Pokemon Ranger games. Pokemon Ranger, Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia, and Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs. Bit of a Pokemon Ranger.
They made 3? Excuse me. No, like actually, like I did not know they made 3 games. Like I gotta be so for real. Like I knew there were 2 games because I owned them at one point in time. I never knew there was a 3rd game. And I'm not playing the 3rd one.
Your mouthful, but I digress. I was looking at some forums of people discussing which one they thought was the best, and the Shadows of Almia one seemed to be high on a lot of people's lists. So I bought the game. Now sit down and get comfy because
the second one is honestly
for the first time, and
a little
I'm here
less
to tell you about why it's the best game ever. The game
nostalgia
starts
bait
off
for
with
me.
your character taking the entrance exam to a Pokemon
But this
Ranger
part
school,
is,
and it only took me 2 attempts to draw 5 consecutive circles around this barely moving Pikachu. You're dang right that's impressive. I guess that's all it takes, because now I'm officially a member of this secret army.
Secret
for this
army?
inscrutable team
Fucking
school
soldier?
plotting to rule the world. Oh, he's just kidding. Yeah,
Oh,
it's an
okay, right,
army
right, yeah,
school.
kidding,
I'm introduced to my
kidding.
class, and for some reason they've been like starved
right?
for
Right,
new
yeah,
human
totally.
contact or something, because they're bombarding the teacher with questions. Are they a
Yo, why
boy
do
or
you
a girl?
care?
Which is it? Is she cute? So I'm introducing myself.
Valid
and apparently
question.
The teacher catches
No.
this Keith kid looking at me with a big grin.
Stop staring at me
Anyway,
like
you go
that.
sit next to Keith. Oh, okay, just plop me right next to him. Yeah, I don't mind or anything. Thanks, Teach. Anyway, you get a tour of the
Smart
school
one,
from the
yeah.
with me, meeting the other teacher, Mr. Kinsaid, who's apparently a stickler for making sure kids don't run in the hall, and this kid Isaac that with me called Mushroom Hair.
Don't run in the halls.
Both my IQ and my height in centimeters are 163.
163.
All right, bud. After getting a feel for the school, you're taught how to capture Pokemon with your styler. Loops portray the feeling of friendship, so the more loops you draw around the Pokemon, the more it will submit to your friendship. That's nice. Touch the Bidoof.
Hell yeah.
You finish the school day and are fast asleep in the dorms when all the students.
When you like put it that way, I think this is a lot less humane. I mean, both ways if you put it in like, if you think about it in the real world context, it's not a good thing, but I think the Pokemon Ranger method is a little, I don't know, a little less, how can I say it? Humane. Because you're basically wrapping around and forcing it and mind controlling it to following you. Basically, right? That's kind of what happened. I guess the Pokeball does the same thing, but I think it's a little less, you know, trauma, because, you know, you're not like wrapping it in a fucking energy rope. Instead, you're throwing a ball at it and it's all instantly.
Decide it's initiation time. Get up, sleepyhead. It's 4 a.m. Time for your student initiation.
Oh boy, 4 a.m.
Yes, sirs. They tell you to find all 4 of the stylers they've hidden around the giant school, and after doing so,
I remember this.
you have to put them in the basement for some reason. So you head
I
down there
puzzles,
after
guys,
finding them all,
I hated this
and are
as
in
a
the
kid.
basement when... Why are you down here? Only I'm permitted to be in the basement.
Man.
Leave now!
Fuck you, bro.
Have you finished testing my very secret experiment no one can know about? The rest of the school year goes on without any big problems. Pokemon Ranger Crawford comes and talks about what it's like to be a ranger. You save the milkman from some Bidoof. You attend a one-day internship at the local Pokemon Ranger base, and they make you bring them their lunch as an important mission. Actually, while you're at the internship, someone runs over and says the Pokemon on the beach are acting strange. You go with the Rangers to check it out to see all the Pokemon
I'm about to get a nostalgia blast.
And save the day by capturing them with your loops of friendship. But
yeah, friendship. That's what that is.
Finally, you make it to graduation.
Friendship.
Jaiden, come up and make a speech as the class representative. Oh,
How?
I'm the class
You just got there.
representative, huh? Well, don't mind if I... So after saving everyone from a very strange rampage of tank growth, you start working at the Pokemon Ranger base you interned at. There's a call about some more Pokemon acting strange down in a nearby cave, so your first mission is to investigate what's going on. In the cave, you stumble upon this weird missile-looking machine that seems to be what's hypnotizing the Pokemon.
Yeah, I thought it was a rocket. I got low-key.
Making them go crazy. So you destroy it and everyone's proud of you. This
No
Professor
explosions,
Hastings
great.
guy is called down
Glad it's
from
not
the
explosive.
Pokemon Union to take a look at the cave machine. And I guess he's like 100 years old or something, because the Rangers want you to go meet him halfway in Puel Town to make sure he doesn't get lost and die along the way. You
Again, I feel some kind of nostalgia.
Oh God, all the Pokemon are going nuts. Turns out there's more of those rocket machines.
I feel like I have gotten this far in the
game.
game.
As you're going around smashing them, you run into some guys.
Oh, I know, 100%.
But also terribly
Holy
shifty.
shit.
They run away to tell their leaders there's Pokemon Rangers.
And I remember, I don't like the
stuff.
game.
And further into the town, you find them again with their admin.
I think I quit near around this part.
What the heck? What do you have against
Oh,
our
I got this part.
Rhinos, you vandals? Treat things with respect. And then attacks me with Rattata and a Toxicroak. Not
Man,
gonna
why do
lie,
they always choose these
their
guys?
battle music kind of bangs though.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Fucking get him, dude. Get him. Is this the distraction dance? Oh my god, no way.
Turns out they're part of this gang called Team Dim Sum, and after capturing their Pokemon with
Dim
friendship
Sum, like
loops, they decide to
food?
retreat. We're able to find Professor Hastings and bring him back to the base to analyze what we now know are Giga Rambo machines. He finds a tiny black crystal in the center that seems to be the thing that allows Team Dim Sum to control the Pokemon.
Again, I think of Dim Sum
problem,
and it's like, oh,
which is reasonable. And now
hungry.
the Pokemon Union starts getting involved, which is like the big head honcho of Pokemon Ranger bases where all the Ranger prodigies are. The story continues as the Union tries to uncover more about what Dim Sun is up to, and you
Dim
keep
Sum.
interrupting their plans. You catch him trying to drill a tunnel in the side of a mountain. You catch him
Okay,
having
now
a
I'm
secret
lost.
base and cargo ship in
Now
the
I'm
middle
lost.
of a
I
volcano.
don't remember
which
anything
Mr.
anymore.
Kincaid is found to be
I
part
think I
of
rage
Dim
quit.
Sun. Big surprise, didn't see that one coming. You
Yay,
haven't been
surprises.
running in the ship's hallways,
Yeah, I
have
did not
you?
get this
You
far.
catch them mining hundreds of dark crystal
I think
shards
I quit
in
after
an
the
abandoned
town.
mine. That one was a bit of a problem because apparently there was the mother of all shadow crystals. They are powerful enough
I think
to
I
power
quit
this
before I got
incredible
good.
machine
Oh,
they're in the middle
no.
of developing that they plan on using to control all the Pokemon within a 500-mile radius they got their grubby hands on and helicoptered away to their headquarters. Probably should tell someone about that. But the good thing is we ended up finding the diary of the Dim Sun president's father,
yeah,
who writes
go.
about how if we gather these 3 gems called the Tears of Princes, the gems will be able to combine
they
their
all look like
power
tears.
and negate the power of the Shadow Crystal. All right, let's
Those
go do that.
again,
The first
they're
gem
called
is told to
tears,
be in
but
this giant ice castle
those look
called
like tears.
Almia Castle. And on the way
One's
there,
literally a
you
fire
run
crystal.
to Dim Sun grunts
That's
trying
no
to
tear.
stop you. They're not
Alright.
hard to deal with, and they start getting a bit
I
frustrated.
thought that was a Mega Beedrill for a second. I was like, whoa. They were ahead of the game.
I want to pay you with a snowball.
Dim Sun. Oh, it's
Hard.
sun.
You make
Okay,
it to
got
the
it.
castle after swimming through a bunch of ocean boulders and whirlpools that totally didn't slow me down at all, and end up at the castle where Dim Sun is already running around in trying to get the
replace
gem
that with an
first.
M and
These
we're
guys
good,
are
Chief.
blocked from going any further because
Good
this
food,
giant
anyway.
chunk of ice is in front of the door, and the grunts are like,
I'm not.
man,
I don't feel
that's a
Intermom in
big
this video. I
hunk
gotta
of
be
ice.
honest.
If we made snow cones out of it, we'd be able to feed like 403 people.
Okay,
and then
like,
see me standing
why
there
did you-
all, hey, that outfit. What?
Okay, first of all, why y'all talking about 403 snow cones? You guys are doing something. I gotta be honest. They're doing something nefarious, and I know that for a fact. But like, why? What do snow cones have to do with this, brother? You're at work. Do work things, pal. Come on.
What are they called again?
Come on.
Pokemon Ranger?
Work.
You came for a
Pokemon
snow cone?
Ranger.
You deal with that whole
I
situation.
mean, I'll take one.
And end up in the room
Fuck yeah.
just before where the gem is being kept, where you're introduced to one of the members of Team Dim Sun's Sinistrio.
Oh, I love him.
Ice. I
Yeah,
don't know
he's
what
drippy.
his deal is, but he called me Jaiden Noob.
No,
and
he
then
called me a
dabbed,
noob.
So I had to murder him.
He dabbed before
Well,
it was
I
cool.
captured and
It was
freed
never
his
cool to me, but like
Frostlass,
before it
and he
was cool.
scurried away all, well, I didn't need the gem anyway. After gaining the trust of the
need
Lucario
the
guarding the
gem
gem with
anyway,
more of my
huh?
loops, the blue
Huh.
gem of the Tier of Princes is mine. Fast forward
Hell
a
yeah.
bit and you get the red gem as well after defeating Sinistrio Lavana and her Infernape.
Oh,
She
yes,
doesn't dab,
Infernape!
but she
Oh,
does
my
do
boy!
this sexy little dance. The guy from
My
school,
fucking boy,
Keith, who's a
dude.
ranger now, was assigned to get the yellow
I wanna
gem
go back to
and
that
hasn't
Arcus
come
Center.
back yet. So the Union's like, all right, Jaiden, go check on him. You hop on a boat to the
Alright,
destination, but
you
whoops,
do it, you go check.
apparently a Wailord is in trouble. I'll just go down there and see. Yep, I thought so. These Dim
It's
Sun
always
grunts are
fucking
trying
Dim
to
Sun.
kidnap a Wailord,
Every time.
and after destroying the machines that were trapping it, they decide to just grab a Wailmer instead and try to convince their boss it's a Wailord mini.
I mean, just evolve
you
it,
follow
right?
them on the rescued Wailord and start
some work
infiltrating
and
their base.
train up
Down
your
the hall, You
mons.
discover the
Maybe you'll win
grunts
that way.
squishing the Wailmer through the door, and as you follow them into the room, they're like,
Is
"Oh,
there
crap.
no Pokeballs in this universe? Is
shoot.
that like not a thing?
Do you want to deal
know
with
what
the
I'm saying?
Ranger?
Like,
Oh no, I'm too
get a
whippy.
Pokeball, brother.
It's
It's not hard. They're
Let's
$200.
apologize. Sorry.
I gotta
We got
pause.
the Rangers coming.
Guys. You can make rockets. You have evil bases. There's a ton of employees on the payroll. I am pretty damn sure you guys can go to the Pokemart for $200 and buy a damn Pokeball for that Wailmer. Just because the Pokemon Rangers are using their fucking wands, you don't have to do that too, okay? You can go do modern science methods, okay? Come on, brother. Just get with the program. You're in Pokemon. Use the Pokeballs. The Pokewands are for Rangers.
Confidence. Charge! And then drop a
Anyways,
truckload
after
of
rant.
Slackoth on me. After capturing
What are
all their
Slackoth gonna
Slackoth, they're
do?
like, oh no! And then all of them just grab me and shove me out of the room and lock
That's
it.
one way
which
to do it.
honestly is more effective than
Yeah.
like 99% of all video game villains.
Like,
So you
low
keep
key,
running through
they
the
kinda
base
cookie
and
with
end up
that.
actually finding mushroom-haired Isaac from Ranger School. He's been manipulated into building Dim Sun's
why
incredible
you got-
machine, and we agree to
Guys,
take him back to the Union
be
after
smart.
we finish up our business in the secret hideout. We finally
evil
encounter
guys in
Mr.
evil
Kincaid,
clothes
who's
tell you to
manning
do
the
things,
Wailord
don't do it.
operation. He's being all maniacal, but we successfully capture his
And how's that
Glysker,
Wailord-
save
how is that
Wailmer,
Wailord alive?
and bring Isaac safely back to the Union,
Elmer.
where he gives us access to the incredible machine blueprints. Skipping ahead
Hell
in
yeah.
the story a bit, we end up not being able to get the yellow gem because Heath, the last of the Sinus trio, kidnapped Keith, and we
No,
exchanged him for the
Keith.
yellow gem. I
God
kept
damn
trying to say
Keith.
no, but I guess it's good we saved him. The Union makes a plan to have their
Man,
top rangers go and
fucking
fly to
Keith,
Dim
brother.
Sun's
He's
headquarters and
throwing
face
the
them head
game.
on. Jaiden, you can just sit in the corner and do nothing. But right
Hell
as
yeah.
they leave to do that,
Fuck
the
yeah.
Sinus trio busts through the
God
Union
damn it.
walls and are like, ha ha ha, we'll be taking this, and steal back Isaac because they need him to complete the Incredible Machine by midnight so they
God
can activate
damn
the
it,
Shadow
man.
Crystal. Isaac complied because they threatened
Protagonist
to kill his sister or
coon
something.
things.
So new plan, now I have to get Isaac back and basically
Or I guess
destroy
Chan
the
in this
machines
case.
that were protecting their building / Incredible Machine because, oops, I didn't mention this before, but they turned their entire building headquarters into the Incredible Machine. What? We basically just waltzed right through the front doors of the headquarters. Heh, that'll stop people from entering. What? How did you get in here? And battle our way up to Isaac, who's like, you're a bit too late. I totally just completed the entire machine and they're about to use it
You
to
coulda
hypnotize all
stalled,
the
you know.
Pokemon in the region in like 5
stalling would have been
minutes.
great. Could have built a little slower.
Well, at least your sister's not dead. So you run to the top, defeating the Sinus trio every floor of the way,
Poke
and
Zero
grab the
Needle.
last tiers of Prince's Gem. And you get to the top where you meet the Dim Sun president, Blake Hall, for the first time. And he's like, you're too late. It's time for darkness. Get her,
Darkness.
Dusknoir.
The darkest
and then I
day?
captured immediately.
Ahead of the
And
game?
he's like, just
They knew the
kidding.
plot?
Get her, Darkrai. And then Darkrai
You just have a
starts
Darkrai? Yo, where are
dipping
they-
me into
where are they getting all
darkness,
these mons?
And Keith has to come save me
No.
on his Staraptor. So
Oh, hell yeah,
Darkrai's like,
Keith.
well,
You know what?
Then I'm
My
gonna
man.
just dip these
My
guys
man.
into the darkness and throws Blake and his assistant into the void. Haha, but I decide to capture and
Pokemon
free
Platinum
Darkrai
reference?
anyway
Oh
with
my
the help
God.
of the Tears
Best
of
game of all
Princes
time?
and save the day.
Pokemon game?
Yay, woohoo! I'm a hero. Time to take a nap. Now, Pokemon
100%.
Ranger is a big game. It took me about 24 full hours to get through the game,
24
so I had
hours?
to leave out a lot, and
Yeah.
I mean a lot of other points in the story.
100%.
There's even a bunch of side
Understandable.
quests that are actually
Fuck them
pretty
side quests.
entertaining and funny you can complete that help power up your styler. There's one where this guy says he researches smells and wants me
That's
to
probably
bring
why I
him
didn't get
the
that far,
stench
because
of
I
a
didn't do any of the
month.
side quests.
So you do
Oh
it,
my
and he's
god.
like, yes, and puts it in a jar. Then later on in the game, he pops up again, and this time asks for a Weezing and a Skuntank, to which he's like, yes,
Weezing.
and puts them in
Sorry.
jars. Then he's
The
like, thanks, dude.
evil
and you
thoughts
never
got
see
into
him
my
again.
head.
The dialogue is absolutely
My bad,
amazing. This game has probably the best writing out of any Pokemon game I know of. Team Dim Sun is obviously the star of the show, and whenever they
Fucking
come on
Team Dim
screen,
Sum.
you know they're gonna have something funny to say. At one
Yeah, I
point,
mean,
while I was trying to get
you love
into
an
a secret
unserious
base
team.
in the volcano, I captured the Pokemon they were controlling, and they're like, "Time to make our
Mine now.
escape!" and set off dynamite, which
just- we're-
exploded a giant
Guys,
boulder. And
I
blocked
just made an observation that I cannot unthink. That Team Dim Sun is legit just no, the Pokemon Rangers are just the good Team Rocket, all right? They're just Team Rocket members, but like they're slightly less evil and doing stuff for crime, you know? They take control of Pokemon temporarily and do the thing with them, you know? Like they don't like, yeah, they're just good Team Rocket, chat. Are we the bad guys? But not really.
to the entrance to the base, which they're like,
You
shit,
get my point.
we
You
were
get my
supposed
point.
to detonate it after we go in. So they had to wait for me to go get a Pokemon that can destroy the rock. And they're like, thanks, Ranger. We'll be grateful for this for about a second. And they
Yo,
run through
wait.
the door.
Yo, wait,
So
that's
you
great.
follow them, and they come back like, hey, we forgot about you helping us. Take this and drop a bunch of Numble.
Yo,
on
that's
me.
crazy,
Also, all of
brother.
The,
The
music that
crazy
plays
no
when they're
gratefulness.
around is awesome. I was jamming out whenever I was running around their base. It's a bummer this game isn't super popular. I know
Yeah.
it's got a small cult following, but it definitely deserves to be more well known.
I played it a
and
bit.
I really consider it one of the top Pokemon games out there. Just on
I didn't think I
writing
played this
alone.
one, but
It's
I
not a
did.
hard game, but I mean, Pokemon isn't meant to be a difficult game series anymore. I can see
Nope.
some people getting a bit tired of the capture system
Yes,
since it
yes.
doesn't change much throughout
Yes.
the game. But honestly, again, I think the story and dialogue far make up
I
for
like
the
stopped playing that
semi-repetitive
game. I
capture
don't
and
think I'm
battle
going back.
system. Now, I know I kind of just talked about the entire plot, but if you're curious about playing it yourself, there's so much I left out, and there's still a lot to discover about the game, so I highly recommend it.
But maybe.
I'm being honest when I say I didn't even cover a third of what happens in the game, and there were a lot of funny moments I really wanted to talk about that I just didn't have room for in the script.
Keep it small,
I'm just trying to convince you to play
yeah.
the game yourself at this point, because I think it's just that funny of a game. But I'll stop. But here's all my stats after completing the game. It took me about 24 hours to complete it. I captured
a whole day.
734 Pokemon and ran away from 100.
700?
I think that's a pretty good ratio. And
700?
I drew a total of 9,077 loops. With that amount of practice, I bet I'm a master at drawing circles now.
No fucking shot.
Thanks for watching the video on me drawing circles for 20.
And there it is. We're not gonna go and watch the end card, but wow, chat. That was a video. It was nostalgic to see Pokemon Rangers again after so many years of me not being aware of the franchise because it's dead. It died with the DS. But hey, you know what? I am glad that it's a thing. I'm glad Pokemon Rangers is remembered in some way. Of course, this was 5 years ago, but hey, I'm bringing it back with my video. So hey, if you want to check out Pokemon Rangers, then hey, you know what? You can do that. Personally, it wasn't my thing back in the day, and I don't think it'll be my thing now. But it was cool, like, seeing the parts of the game that I played as a child, and I had fun reacting to this. Honestly, this is the Pokemon game you never played. If you're a Pokemon fan, you probably played it. Like, but let's be real. But like, you might have also skipped it for Pokemon like Platinum and just the mainline games, because there's a lot of spin-offs back on the DS era that I think a lot of people did skip. Even I skipped a couple, but I'm aware of a lot of them. But regardless, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you. If you've made it to the end, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Again, check out the original video in the description below. And for the sake of this, thanks to the members on the channel. Thanks to the PyroKnights that are member tiered. And the only one I have is ToadtheToad. So thanks for being a member. I appreciate you. And yeah, if you want me to become a member, that'd help me a lot. That'd be great. And also, I am powered by Advanced GG. If you want to use code Pyre, you get 10% at checkout. But all right, bye guys.